Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. See you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Eh? What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. Show me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Ren, thought you only cared about getting this done. Ugh. Sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I'd really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Eh? Ah. Hi, Ren. Sayori. Just now we weren't. It's okay, Ren. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before that. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Haha, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. How close you got to her. It makes me really happy. You've made such good friends. It's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. It's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Rin? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Rin. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Rin. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Ren, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And it's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anyone. Hurt anymore. Slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. That's what I'm going to give you. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, God. God. Oh, this hurts. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, it's so painful. Oh, man. I already picked a path. Oh, this is so hard, though. I don't wanna. I hate it. Oh god, I hate this. You'll always be my dearest friend. You need the most is for things to say like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best for you and will make you happy in the end. Promise that I'll get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Haha. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. Please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. So I could just get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing. You're also right about that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Ren. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Ah! Clutching her head with both hands, she screams loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is wipe. Fuck. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the participation for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself, carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki than at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Ren, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. It must be the one she's prepared that have all the poems we're performing. At the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. Surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, a dummy. I think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not as simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Ha ha ha. You should take a little responsibility for her, Ren. And especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. So I really tell her about it that quickly? How I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. Probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual. For some reason I felt a chill down my spine at hearing that. Hey, you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people and take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. Flip through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly pinned on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the poem from the one she practiced. It's one they haven't read before. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Wow. Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Ren? What's wrong? Ah, nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. More than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... Ah, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Anna calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for you, for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they've always been. It's all she needs. That's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. Really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Oh, I have a bad feeling. It's kind of a breach of privacy. Really bad feeling. She literally leaves me no choice. Did she kill herself? I gently open the door. Yep. Yeah, that's about what I was expecting, but wow, that's fucked. The hell? What the hell? Is this nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sorry I wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago, so I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I'd be there for her. Told her I know it's best and everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession, that has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ear. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what I knew she wanted out of our relationship, and I could have prevented this. How could I have prevented this? Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. If I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough, now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. What the fuck? Uh... What? Okay. Um... Um... Always walk to school alone. Right? um... This is... Oh, no. Okay. The school day is as ordinary as ever and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Ren? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile so genuinely feels a little... What did you come here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Aha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really, you quit? Yeah, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? It sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. It's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Ren, by any chance you're still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. I wonder what happens if you have a save, because I haven't saved, like, at all. I wonder what happens if you try to go back to a save file. Does the game not let you? Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Ren, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Ah! That actually scared me. I'm back. I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. It'll be mean, Natsuki. Anyway, welcome to the club, Ren. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparable to a more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Rin in a classroom and decided to come check out the club. So I'm 90% sure that Monica convinced Sayuri to kill herself. Because Sayuri mentioned something about maybe I should just do like Monica said. So that's kind of what it seems like to me. But also, I didn't expect the game to just like overwrite itself completely. I was just kind of expecting Monica to eventually just kind of go on like a murder spree and kill everybody that's moderately interested in you. And yeah, that didn't happen. This is like completely different than what I was expecting. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Rin? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here. But we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate, right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. Keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Rin, what kind of things do you like to read? Oh, well, considering how little I know I've read these past few days, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up complex fantasy worlds, creativity, craftsmanship around me, and telling an impressive story. Okay. Clearly passionate reading. Observed. You know, think about a lot of things. Stories, deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. It's amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own horror book once. Minimal level. Conversation with a rock. Haha, I expect that from you, Fury. Suits your personality. Is that so? Well, sorry if I put it down. First, horror. Okay, never mind. Okay, what gives you the odd idea? A piece of scrap paper. Writing. Fine. Write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. What do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. We didn't like them. And not a very confident writer yet. To understand how Natsuki feels, sharing level of writing, just confidence. Truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers. You want to raise special blah blah. So your work, expensive. Guess it's the same for Yuri. I'll sit silence for a moment. Hey, I got an idea. How about this? Asking Yuri, like, let's go home and write a poem of our own. So we meet, shame each other. That way everyone's even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monaco. We should probably finding an idea. So I take vice president. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Rin? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? I've reached the most important topic. I bluntly come forth. What's been on my mind the entire time. Never said I would join this club. Monica may have joined this page. Sorry, bye. Other clubs to look at home. That's my train of thought. Sorry for me dejected eyes, but I'm sorry I thought, It's really strange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Ren. Thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. We've been trying really, really hard to find a new member. We don't find one before the festival. Defenses against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision? It's like this. I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Decided then, I'll join the literature club. One by one the girls' eyes light up. Goodness, really? Really mean that, Ren? Yeah. Could be fun, right? Really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if it really just left me after all this, I'd be super pissed. I'm really so happy. I've become official in the club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. Do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. I had a poem to bring home the next meeting we can all share. He looks over at me once more, and I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee. Yeah. Really expressed the class star Monica with my writing skills. Already feel anxiety welling up inside me. You and me both, man. You and me both. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. See you tomorrow. Can't wait. Then I depart the club room and make my way home. All the way, my wind wanders back and forth between these 3 girls. Mind. Wind? I don't know. Natsuki. Yuri. Of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to these girls. Alright. I wonder if it matters what decisions you make. Does she kill herself anyway? I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You've logged a special poem. Would you like to read it? I don't know. Oh no. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Oh joy. I don't like this. Okay. I'm gonna pick all the ones that I think Sayori would like. Because fuck this game. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. That's not... okay. Breathe. Promise. Prayer. Hurt. Sunny. Joy. God. This is good. Friends. Rain cloud. Why is she getting all of Sayori's? Oh, this is bad. Spinning. Summer. Peace. Flower. Charm. Wonderful. Awesome. Family. Hopelessness. That's what I feel. Happiness. Masters. Email. Here. Sadness. Color. Starscape. Portrait. Unending. Playground. Dream. Dream. Sing. Vacation. Skipping. Tear. Raindrops.